I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
You must listen. What I'm about to tell you will change the course of history.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome back once again. So I am Miss Oracle. This is the Matrix Study Hall. Thanks again for those of you that like and subscribe. Thanks for being a part of this platform. The Matrix is unveiled, and we're going to study a bit on how we can stay ahead of what's going on in this society. So let's go with this article from postingcourier.com. And the article is by Michael Majagoskowitz. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Let's begin. South Carolina Animal Research Group fined after monkey mishaps. Okay, now this article was from June 14, 2018. And again, there's countless articles. We're not going to go through them all. But there's several articles in regard to the fact that there's a seemingly escape that these monkeys keep happening in this area. Okay, so Alpha Genesis Inc., an animal research firm based in Beaufort County, has been fined $12,600 after mishandling several dozen monkeys in six separate incidents between December 2014 and February 2016. So about 60 miles west of Charleston, the 100-acre facility off Castle Hall Road in Yamasee, specializing in providing disease-free monkeys for biomedical research by clients worldwide, it has drawn criticism from many animal rights groups. Okay, let's move on to another article in regard to why we're seeing that this continues to happen. Let's see something else. And think about it. These are people that are chemists, scientists. They're sticklers for details and things like that. So how could it be that they are having these breaches in their protocol and how they handle these monkeys? Like, this is when you watch certain films and you see the plot and the storyline. Reality is a lot stranger than fiction. A lot of things that we're seeing in these films are based on actual real life things that have happened. So there's some people that are amongst them that are making sure that these incidents happen for whatever reason, some nefarious reason. Okay, so give me just a moment. And let's see the significance, like I mentioned, about the rhesus macaque monkeys and why this is so significant. Now, these monkeys are inhabited primarily in Europe, okay? All right. And the reason why they're doing a lot of these test drills is because, as we mentioned, they're saying that this is 100% a human era of this happening. However, let's go into this next article that talks about this, okay? So just give me a moment. I'm gonna step away and I'll be right back. Is it still recording? To the Matrix Study Hall. I am Miss Oracle. So we found it, all right? So as they have tried to allude that this was just all fictitious, now they're admitting that Morgan Island is actually Monkey Island, an island where they have several hundreds of rhesus macaque, or macaque, depending on how you pronounce it, monkeys that they are doing research on. Okay, and for these monkeys on this particular island in Little South Carolina, for them to continue to be escaping and people are breaching protocol, there's countless lawsuits in regard to these things keep happening. And then mysteriously, after these things happen, then they will speak about, um, for YouTube purposes, we're going to say monkey, what do they call it? Monkeypox. Okay. It's safe to say that on here, I think. If not, this is, I impose, what is it called? Freedom of speech, First Amendment right. So, don't strike my channel or anything. But let's go a little bit further into this in regard to the Yamasee Monkey Farm. Okay. Let's read this next article. All right. And so we have found literally the truth is being revealed because although, as I mentioned in the very first article, they were speaking about to not be alarmed, they haven't been tested, they're disease free. Okay, but this is intentional. Okay, this is like you see on your favorite, or I say favorite because it may not be yours, but you see this as a plot line for many sci-fi films where they want to see, there's people that are wicked geniuses. They're intelligent, but they want to they get a kick or they get a rise out of seeing how certain things or stuff that they conjure up in the lab, how it's actually going to affect humans. Okay, they get a little bored with things being peaceful. They want us. Okay, so therefore, when everything seems to be going well, okay, especially post-election, people was a relief that we do not have a MKO mind control villain in the White House. It is what it is. The facts are there. So on the on good energy regarding that, and voila, now this happens maybe a day or two later. So according to the Daily Mail, now this is a international source, the Daily Mail UK. I'll also include the link to the article yourself so you can read it for yourself. And it is in regard to the fact that it states local in South Carolina town with the lab monkeys on the loose reveals a terrifying encounter with one of the diseased monkeys. Okay, and this article is written by Luke Andrews. Okay, he is a senior health reporter for the Daily Mail UK. You don't be alarmed, blah blah blah. The UK news is being straight up. Somebody has had an encounter with one of these monkeys that are actually may have been tested or may be diseased. And it says a resident in South Carolina town where dozens of these monkeys are on the loose has revealed their terrifying encounter with one of the diseased animals from a separate incident. So this Wednesday, during lunch, to shelter in to keep them out of the way of the crime. Okay, but at the same time, they're saying it's no threat to public health. Residents say in recent years they have dealt with multiple escapes involving monkeys linked to the Alpha Genesis lab, but this is the first time they have been told to lock down. No, the reason why this has really sparked my attention because, like I mentioned at the top of this upload, this a study hall segment is that as children, people would say that be aware if you see monkeys, stay away from them, and it was more so of like people thought it was just like a fear tactic. Like, where are monkeys out here in South Carolina? And it seemed as if it was fake, it was fictitious, it was something out of a movie. When actually now, they're not trying to call people cray cray. They're actually admitting that there is a monkey island. But the old folks used to say like there is a monkey island and but sometimes it just takes time for the truth to actually reveal itself. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. The animal heard clattering on their store roof and came outside to find the animal on top of the AC unit. And he described it as very uh, scary. It looked diseased, this monkey. It looked very unhappy. There was something in the monkey's eyes, they said. So we called the police and they told the lab, and then the people came wearing hazmats to take it away. Hazmats. Okay, so having worked in a medical field, when you put on a full hazmat gear, I'm going to include a picture of what hazmat looked like. When you have hazmat on, everything's covered from the head to the toe. And more often than not, if you have a hazmat suit on, it's like you have one layer and then you have a layer on top. So for them to take these extreme levels, but yet telling the public that there's no public health concern, something's not quite adding up there. They know that they have ran tests on these animals, allegedly. Okay, allegedly protects me here. Okay, but they're wanting you not to be alarmed. So let's read a little bit further. The Alpha Genesis facility rears monkeys to be used for vaccine and drug research. Here we discover the truth in UK news. Now, the American news and all these articles, and again, I haven't read all the articles, but the few relevant articles that stood out, they skirted over that. And keep in mind that most people are not going to read. So they are protecting themselves in a way in which they tell you just enough, but they know that you're not going to, most people, the average citizen is not going to read into a story like this. They're just going to think like, they said it's not a problem. But this is what's happening, especially in light of this whole COVID debacle, this diabolical things that they're doing in the world. We all know how the story ends. When you stay on the side of God, you're going to be protected. The enemies are going to fall. And it's just like a fruitless effort. As we close out this, I want to read a little bit of what this UK has released, this major truth that the monkeys are injected with some type of, they were doing vaccine and drug research on them. And even when this person mentions about the monkey looked afraid, looked concerned, like the reason why they test this type of monkey, okay, rhesus monkey, is because that DNA, rhesus monkey DNA, is, and look, this is a biological fact. This is not about race. This is just the truth. Don't shoot the messenger, okay? This is, take it up with a scientist. When you look into rhesus DNA, people that are not melanated have rhesus DNA. So this is why the CEO of Alpha Genesis, Dr. Greg Westergaard, said that the escaped monkeys were currently sitting in trees near the center. Now, this video that they have here is from the Island Packet. Now, that the Island Packet, I think, is from Hilton Head. I remember that being a Hilton Head newspaper. And if you can look at the proximity based on this map here, the Alpha Genesis facility, so-called Morgan's Island or Monkey Island, y'all, I just wanna say, like, there were times when some of the elders were telling us stuff as kids, and I used to be thinking like they're out of their mind, but they were telling the truth. But it's just that now with the age of information, you can actually research the stuff. They can't really hide it as if in the past, they were able to kind of hide these things, but when they were warning us about, there would be monkeys out and all this stuff, I'm just like, where are y'all getting this from? They were actually doing experiments then, and probably way, 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 way before I was a kid. But um, let's go a little bit further into this. They have a lot of imagery here, as you can see. And so this is the part two of the propaganda that they're putting out here. They have this propaganda out that, as you can see, some of the monkeys, they have like these playground areas around it. Like, y'all, if they're doing research, biomedical research, trust and believe that it is not a fun experience. So the mere fact that this person said that they encountered this monkey and the monkey looked very um, disturbed and afraid, like for them to constantly keep finding a way to escape, something diabolical is happening to these primates in here. But I'm gonna leave it at that.